Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Justin. Today we're going to be going on a studio photo shoot. When I was starting out in photography, I had an internship at a local studio. This is not the one, but very similar. So when I got there, I felt very at home, very in my element. The model for today is going to be Grace. We've already done one photo shoot in the past, and that was at the Lexington Cemetery. And I'm so excited to shoot with her again. She's such a great model, always has the best poses, and working with her is just a blast. For the shoot, I decided to go with prime lenses. Being in an environment where I have more control of the time and pacing of the shoot, I definitely feel more comfortable shooting with primes. And the aperture isn't as important because we're just shooting on a white wall, but more so focusing on just the characteristic of the lens. So for the first start of the video, we're gonna be shooting with a 35 f1.8. I use this to kind of warm myself up. It's not a telephoto lens or too much of a wide lens, is just the right in-between focal length. So I stopped by and got these flowers for the photo shoot. I am a big prop person. I love whenever I have something that the model can interact with. Not only does it really help out with coming up with ideas for poses, it's also very relaxing for the model to have something that they can, move and use. Now Grace is a really great model, and the prop of the flowers just enhanced her poses more. She's very dynamic. Today, Grace was rolling. She was absolutely killing it. She was knocking out all these poses. The flowers really enhance her posing workflow. So right now with this prime, I'm gonna be kind of in between. So it's a 35, so you see me walking around a lot. It's because I'm not zooming in like we did on the last shoot. I was using a zoom lens.
Okay.
Look back at the lens. Love that. Let me show you how these are looking.
Oh my gosh, wow. That contrast is amazing.
I love the colors and they just pop.
So good.
With the sun moving out there, with the clouds and everything, it kind of creates a little bit of dynamic lighting. So I have to stay on my toes and monitor that a little bit. I like the ones where you were like kind of just tilting your head like a bit. Yeah. I'm gonna switch to a 50mm now from the 35 1.8. The reason I'm doing that is just because I know these two lenses have different rendering characteristics. So the way the 35mm and the 50 create an image is gonna be different from each other. I'm gonna switch that lens right now. And after I got tired of the 35, we switched back to the 50mm. Now I know that there's not really much of a difference between the 35 and the 50, and I did just rave about how this is the perfect in-between lens, but I do know that these lenses render differently. I like the 35 for more wide and mid telephoto portraits versus the 50, which is a more dedicated focal length. It definitely has its look. It's super nice to work with on the Nikon Z mount. I did find it funny that at times I would end up backing up to get a wider shot, but I was still using the distortion that the lens produces to make the scene look different and create a different look. Still looking good. All right, let's do some standing up. I'll get the stool out of the frame. Maybe some where you're kind of just like faking movement through the...
I was about to say,
yeah like the little step forward and then run it back.
Okay.
Love those. Okay, love those. Let's do some maybe sitting. Is that okay? And then right about there should be good. Love that. Still looking great. Love those. Looks really good. Love that. Ooh, those look really good. Wow.
I love the sitting. Oh my gosh! Look how good that looks. These are so good. I love it.
So the camera that I was using for this shoot was the Nikon Z6 Mark I. I had two Nikon Z6s, one for video and one for my photography that you see me using. I felt confident. I could see the image coming into focus. Now the problem is, do I think it nailed the eyeball? Do I think it nailed the iris perfectly? Probably not. The Nikon Z6 is very notorious for kind of eyelash autofocusing and just front focusing sometimes. I could have done single point autofocus. I feel like that is very much an option. I'm too used to mirrorless shooting with eye tracking, and so I chose to just kind of trust the camera. I trust the Mark I enough. It was a well-lit environment, it was slow-paced, and the camera could keep up with what I was doing. I'm not really too concerned, but it does kind of get old whenever the camera starts tweaking and freaking out. Like the box will switch between like this eye, this eye, this eye, and then it'll randomly focus in the back, and you just kind of have to, you know, smack some sense into the camera and be like, hey, focus pull back and then try again, and then boom, it locks on again. I didn't really have to do that this shoot. I'm so used to working with the Nikon Z6 that it's not a problem for me. Let's try some against this texture here. I think that would be cool. We can start with you kind of standing, yeah. And then I'll move this light. And this is where the flash is gonna be useful, because then since the light source is behind you, this one will fill you in. Looking good. Love those. Love these. Let me get some of those wides that I was talking about. Let me check and make sure that that's filling in the wide. Oh, that looks really good. Take a couple steps out. More? Yeah. Let me check. Yeah, that looks awesome. See, maybe from this angle, standing right here. A little bit that way. There we go. And then I'll move this. Looking really good. Now the lighting during this session was between the Godox 8200 Pro and my Amaran 200 XS. So bicolor LED with a dome on it. So I could move the light around, which is consistent light source, and I could also adjust the power and see in real time how the light was going to affect grace. So instead of taking a picture, upping the power, shooting, and then checking, I could also just have the consistent light going, and it also did help with the video that I was shooting, making sure that it was better illuminated. I'm gonna make sure the light's still flashing good. Take a step out. More. And then this way. Yeah. Love those. Love that. Maybe bring the flower up and kind of just like, yeah. And then for funsies, you want to do some of the slow shutter?
Yeah.
Okay, let me switch out to a wider one. Take a step out. Okay, and then just kind of motions like you were last time. Let me check, make sure that's the perfect amount of blur. Maybe some like skipping through the frame, if that makes sense. Kind of like you're over here and then you just kind of come up here.
Okay.
Ready? Go. Yeah, love that. And then you can stay here in the center and then I'll move the camera around you, but you can still move your body. So make sure this is looking good. Ooh, that's really cool. I'm so thankful that Grace brought all these amazing outfits. I think they fit the vibe really well, and I absolutely loved each and every one of them. I tried to switch up the vibe. So every time she changed an outfit, I tried also following by either switching out my shooting style or my focal length, or somewhere in between, right? Doing something different. So for example, for the first set of pictures, I was on the 35 and I was just doing more standard safe portraits that we were both warming up. When we got to the more indoor spot of the studio, switching out to the 24 and getting more wides and just shooting from the top instead of staying eye level or waist level and just trying to get different angles going. And then going back, and after the third outfit, we were really approaching the deadline of our studio time, so we ended the shoot there. Let me know what you thought of the 3 outfits. I absolutely loved each and every single one. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'd love to chat with you in the comments. And that was the shoot. Thank you all so much for watching. If you loved the video, smash that like button. And if you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.